Following a severe backlash over excluding Imran Khan from a promotional video that paid tribute to the legends of Pakistan cricket, the PCB has now republished a new video which prominently features the former captain. They have bizarrely stated time constraint as the reason for dropping Imran from the original video. Should PCB now apologize to Imran Khan? That's what we are going to discuss in this live. Hello and welcome to WION Sports Extra. I am Nikhil Mathur and I am joined by my sports editor Digvesh Deo and by my colleague Vidwan Kathuria. 1992 World Cup is synonymous with Imran Khan. If you're any nation, if you're making a documentary or a video on 1992, Imran Khan has to be there. And now his home country not putting him, keeping aside the politics, how bizarre it is.
Not a bizarre, it's a joke. They say, right, that the victor writes history or rewrites history, as they say. But listen, the victor was Imran Khan, right? 92 World Cup. Is Imran Khan holding aloft? I still remember. It was a very different World Cup trophy, unlike the one which Kapil Dev lifted or Clive Lloyd. It was that silver crystal. Right? And I still remember standing there, he spoke about the hospital, how he came out of retirement. To understand Imran Khan, you have to understand Pakistan cricket. Imran Khan was Pakistan cricket. So if this was a promotional video put out by the government of Pakistan, clearly Imran Khan having political differences is in jail on corruption charges. All that is great. That's the law of the land. Whatever's happening there, we can't interfere. But the PCB doing this is the biggest joke possible, because the last PCB chairman was Ramesh Raja, who was appointed by Imran, who was patron of the PCB when he was Prime Minister. So, come on. I mean, does it need Wasim Akram to come out and say this? There's obviously that India-Pakistan divide, right? But all of us here, all of you who have tuned in, we are fans of sport.
Exactly.
There are some things which cut across borders. I may not like, say, Wasim Akram when he was taking, say, Tendulkar's wicket when I was growing up. But you got to respect the man for his achievement.
Yeah.
Okay? Why did we admire what happened in baseball so much? Why do we admire a Messi? He's not an Indian footballer. But there are some sports persons who transcend the sport, who transcend boundaries, who transcend even the WhatsApp university, and you cannot dispute the fact that Imran Khan was one of the greatest cricketers to have played the game, without a doubt Pakistan's greatest cricketer, and one of two people who can claim to be Pakistan's greatest sports person ever, the other being the great Jahangir Khan, the squash champion.
Yeah.
Joke.
It's clearly a joke, and this is time constraint, but the new video is just 14 seconds longer, so clearly there is political vendetta there.
It's, as Digvijay said, it's a joke, it's inexcusable, it's indefensible as something that Imran Khan is not just a legend of Pakistan cricket, which of course he is Pakistan cricket, he's a legend of world cricket.
Hall of Famer 2010.
And the fact that he was not included in the video just is down to petty politics.
And on Pakistan's Independence Day.
And so let's draw a parallel. So imagine if it's like not including Sachin Tendulkar if you're celebrating Indian cricket.
No. I'll give you a more direct version. No Kapil Dev lifting 83, airbrushed out. Chris Shrikant lifted, or Mohinder Amarnath. No Mahendra Singh Dhoni. It was actually Srishant who lifted the trophy. And with all due respect to the cricketers I have just mentioned. But listen, there are cricketers. It's a team of cricketers which have won the World Cup. But it's the captain who gets the honor of lifting the trophy. Yeah. That's why they're remembered all the time. And Imran Khan actually came out of retirement for that World Cup. Yeah. And obviously, as we go forward in this chat, I'll explain his influence in Pakistan cricket. And why, for me, this is like, as you said, the word inexcusable.
Yeah. So if I remember, Javed Miandad, who was prominently featured in that video in the 1992 World Cup, he wasn't even selected for the World Cup, and it was Imran who convinced him later, and then he came back. And the speech that he gave, I was reading about it, the corner tigers fight like a corner tiger. It changed everything. It's a part of Pakistan's cricket folklore, but they're clearly trying to erase it. That's the term.
So they can't erase it. Obviously, there has been a backlash. Sorry, you said?
No, I was saying that video that they posted, it's a celebration of Pakistan cricket. Yeah, nothing else.
Yeah. So, no, hang on. It's a celebration of Pakistan cricket. They are celebrating the World Cup.
Yeah.
But everybody's holding the World Cup except Mr. Imran Khan, which is the problem.
And you can say whatever. Obviously he's had a post-playing career and he was Pakistan Prime Minister, which also you have to respect because you have to respect the post of the Prime Minister. But that's a different conversation. Without exception, everyone, all the prominent players of Pakistan cricket, they hold Imran Khan in the highest regard, which of course Digvijay will shed light upon right now. So the fact that you do not have him in the first video, and that's why it has created such a controversy, because the first people who were offended were the likes of Wasim Akram, Javed Miandad, who played under him. He means
I never got along very well, by the way, Javed and Imran.
Still. So it just shows you the first people who offended were the other legends of Pakistan cricket. So it just shows you that within the cricketing community also there has been such a backlash purely because it was offensive to Pakistan cricket, not the group.
Yeah.
I'll just share a couple of personal anecdotes. But Vidur's actually been to my house. There's a photo of Imran Khan on my wall. So I've actually spent a lot of time with Imran Khan when he was, you could say he was already in politics by that time. I interviewed him in the 2004 tour, the top of Rawalpindi Stadium. I walked up to him and said, "Sir, I'm from India. I used to work for another news network back then." He said, "I can't do it here. There are too many people. Let's go up." So we went to the roof of Rawalpindi Stadium with security, obviously. And I'm talking to Imran Khan, and there's a match going on. And I still remember Sachin was batting. Sachin got 100. That game we still lost. And it's remembered for Shoaib Akhtar getting hit for a couple of sixes at the end. So here comes Imran Khan, and people down there in the stands are actually turning and trying to wave to him to get his attention. He would just nonchalantly turn and just wave back. So that was Imran Khan in 2004, okay, when he retired in 92. Imran Khan single-handedly gave Pakistan cricket. Okay, he was to Pakistan cricket, to give an example, what Saurav did to India. Under Saurav's captaincy, India turned out to be this, tough to beat team, which were not, the saying was tigers at home, lambs abroad, under Azharuddin. But that changed under Saurav. With Imran, that happened, It was a team of talented individuals always. Pakistan beat any sport, hockey also, a talented bunch. But to get them to play as a cohesive unit as a team was a problem. Imran had that stature. He used to play and live all his life in England. He used to fly down for a series. He decided the coach, he decided the team, and look at the number of players he picked. He saw Inzamam batting in the nets and said, "You're playing for Pakistan." Same with Wasim Akram. Same with Waqar Yunus. No domestic cricket. Straight in. Talent, play. And there was a flip side to it, is that Pakistan cricket obviously struggled once Imran retired, because that model didn't work. After Imran retired, nobody could hold that team together. You had a succession of captains. Wasim captain, Waqar captain, Javed Miandad captain, Rameez captain, Amir Sohail captain, and because to the last one tour there used to be mutiny. That is what Imran Khan was. He was the undisputable supremo of Pakistan cricket. And that is why it's surprising. Forget the political bits here. So when this man ran Pakistan cricket as he was effectively the board chief, the chief selector, the chief mentor, the chief coach. Intikhab Alam was the chief coach when they weren't, because all Imran. So that is why it's extremely sort of crazy. And just to give another example, his big rival, it was the era of the all-rounders. People who have longer memories than perhaps you two, young men, will remember that the era of the all-rounders was Richard Hadley, Imran Khan, Malcolm Marshall and Kapil Dev. Okay? Now, Kapil Dev was banned in Botham. Kapil Dev was banned by the BCCI when the IPL's earlier Indian Cricket League, right? ICL. Our parent company is launched that. Yet, when the anniversary for the World Cup win, the 25th anniversary was 2008 happened, they didn't do an event without a Kapil Dev or a Madan Lal, who were all gone. Yeah. I remember I was sitting there, it was at the Taj Palace in Delhi. On stage, Kapil Dev, Sharad Pawar, on stage together, forgetting their differences. What they do in their private lives different. But Kapil Dev won that World Cup for India as captain. We wouldn't have been there in that final if it had not been for that 175 not out, right?
Exactly.
Or perhaps the greatest one-day innings in terms of impact. Yeah. The sheer situation of where it was. Others may have scored more, 260 odd have been scored, but 17 for 5, no other team has had to recover from that and win a match. Kapil Dev was there on stage. Ravi Shastri was host. Kapil Dev was there, and Kapil went on stage, introduced each and every one of his teammates right till the end. Everyone came up on stage, including the manager, Mr. Mansingh. And Sharad Pawar was standing there, was board chief. You have to show grace. You have to show, and my point is, he's not stood for elections in the PCB, right? He was the Prime Minister of Pakistan. As Vidur said, a Prime Minister of Pakistan or any country is a massive thing. You are the head of the country. There may be political issues, but clearly, come on. I mean, I feel sorry for the people at the PCB actually. And what rubbish are you giving me, your time constraints? Oh, come on. 14 seconds? What happens in 14 seconds? Or Usain Bolt and Mark Jacobs can run 100 meters in 14 seconds. Come on. What? And a 14-second makes a difference on Twitter, does it? I don't think so.
We have seen videos 10 minutes, 6 minutes. I don't think Elon Musk has a problem with videos.
This was petty. This was uncalled for. And it just shows. And in fact, the people sitting in the PCB, they should hang their heads in shame. If you've been around cricket all your life and you say that, oh, the current chairman has been chairman before, and you are tarnishing the reputation of your greatest player ever. The joke's on you, my friend, not on Imran Khan.
Yeah. Wholly reflect on the board and the players.
Oh, definitely. And as you said, it's a lame excuse. It's the lamest excuse.
Could have come with a better excuse. You have to
Online. And it's a terrible PR. It's terrible PR.
It's a disaster.
For Pakistan cricket, not including Imran Khan. This will not serve them well in the future, and it will hurt them in some ways going forward.
I mean, as cricketers, what kind of respect? 90% of cricketers, especially say those born around the early 2000s, grew up idolizing a certain Sachin Tendulkar. Yeah. Okay, this generation will probably idolize a Virat Kohli and maybe a Mahendra Singh Dhoni. But my generation, sort of when I grew up, Kapil Dev. You wanted to be Kapil Dev. Okay?
Yeah.
Then you wanted to be Tendulkar. My kid wants to be Virat Kohli. Similarly, in Pakistan, even today, despite the Inzamams, despite the Amir Sohails, despite the Javed Miyadans, you wanted to be Imran Khan, because Imran Khan, if you're sort of equated to Imran Khan, that's as close to perfection you can get in that country.
Yeah.
How many times have you heard of a cricketer in India being said he's the next Sachin? Never. You've had a lot of praises.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like the next Kapil Dev. Yeah. Have you ever come across someone saying he's the next Sachin? That's why Imran Khan is in Pakistan.
Generational talent, no doubt about that.
It's not a generational talent. He's a once-in-a-lifetime talent. Yeah. Okay, you've got something? Oh, you got some comments? Okay, you got them? I've got them. Okay, Richard Draper says, don't think so. Okay, he doesn't think they should apologize. Okay. Henry Klein says, yes, the PCB should. Thank you, Henry. And thank you, Richard, as well, even though you don't think so. Okay, this is the poll. Should the PCB apologize to Imran Khan? 70-30. 70% saying yes, they should apologize. 30% saying no. Interesting, but pretty one-sided.
Pretty one-sided. PCB also couldn't come up with a better reason, so you can just see just trying to cover it up.
They could have simply said, we are sorry, we got it wrong.
That would have been great.
At times, it's just put your hand up and said,
I made a mistake. Yeah.
We made a mistake. We're sorry.
Sorry.
It should not have happened. We've sacked the person responsible. Say it happens. It's happened in Premier League and a lot of other places, right?
Yeah.
You have to show grace. You have to show humility. And especially remember, you're dealing with sports persons here. Sports fans have crazy passions. But it's not a political fan. The political fan has a strict yes or no, and that line cannot be crossed. But sports fans cross lines. So you don't mess with the sports fan. Okay, what's coming up? 6:30 p.m. IST, or as we say, 6:30 p.m. India.
Manchester City, 15th title under Pep Guardiola. Their maiden UEFA Super Cup. They defeated Sevilla on penalties. And
close game. They had to come back. And Carlton Palmer's becoming sort of the new Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for City. Scored in the Community Shield. Scored here as well. And what else? Tennis. Novak Djokovic is back. Many upsets, but the story Vidur is doing today is my favorite story of the day.
It's a bizarre story.
It's a buzz. There's a buzz.
There's a buzz, and it left everyone confused, even Stefanos Tsitsipas himself.
Especially Stefanos Tsitsipas. So we'll give you details on that actually.
Tune in. It's a fun story that we're doing today at 6:30 p.m. Definitely tune in for that.
Yeah, and obviously the Imran Khan story. We also have the PGA Tour playoffs kicking off later today. So it's the BMW Championship. The field started out at 70, then it was cut to 50. At the end of this tournament, you will be down to 30. Those 30 go into the Tour Championships at Eastlake. For the big players who already have multiple wins, doesn't make a difference. But for a lot of fringe players, if they make the Tour Championships, they get a 2-year exemption to play on the tour as well. And Lucas Glover, the man in form, from nowhere to number 4, qualified for the Tour Championship. But the big race is between, again, those three. Rory, Jon Rahm, who is number 1 right now, Scotty Scheffler, world number 1, number 2 in the FedEx Cup, and Rory, who's number 3 in the FedEx Cup. You win a tournament here, you get 4 times the number of points. A regular tournament. A regular tournament is 500 points. Here it's 4 times because it's the playoffs. Yeah.
All that and much more.
Oh, hang on. Transfer wrap. Important story. Transfers. What's happening in transfers?
Well, Liverpool are now finally after
Caicedo, Lavia.
Now they're after the Japan captain Indo. He plays for Stuttgart.
Captain of Stuttgart. Yes.
Plays for Stuttgart and is a defensive midfielder.
That's the Liverpool transfer which you expect when it comes from nowhere. Not the rubbish which has been going on over the last 2 weeks.
So yes, Liverpool definitely hoping to get that deal over the line in this week, so that they have their squad, set for the rest of the season. All that and much more on our show at 6:30 p.m. IST. See you there.